appoints Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin as 8th Prime Minister. Second Malaysian batch from Wuhan test negative for COVID-19. Hello and good evening. I'm Cynthia Arthur. You're watching News on 2. Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin has been appointed as the 8th Prime Minister of Malaysia by Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah. The announcement was made in a statement issued by the Controller of the Royal Household, Dato' Ahmad Fadil Shamsuddin, today. He said the appointment was made in accordance with Article 40, subsection 2A and Article 43, subsection 2A of the Federal Constitution. Tan Sri Muhyiddin and his wife, Puan Sri Noraini Abdul Rahman, who were at their house in Damansara, greeted the media after the announcement was made by the palace.
Syukur kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Jawatan Perdana Menteri yang ke-8 dengan izin dan perkenan ke bawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Saya menjunjung kasih di atas perkenan ke bawah Duli dan disebab itu saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua yang telah pun memberikan sokongan moral kepada saya dan kita telah beristiqamah untuk menyatakan syukur di atas anugerah yang telah pun diberikan oleh Allah kepada saya. Saya hanya memohon untuk seluruh rakyat Malaysia menerima baik keputusan yang telah pun diumumkan oleh Istana Negara pada hari ini.
According to the statement, Tan Sri Muhyiddin will be sworn in as the 8th Prime Minister before the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow at Istana Negara. The appointment was made after the Yang di-Pertuan Agong has determined that the Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia President is most likely to command a majority in the Parliament. Tan Sri Muhyiddin Mohamad Yassin, 72, is the Pago Member of Parliament and the Gambir State Assemblyman. He is former Home Minister in the Pakatan Harapan government after winning the 14th general election. Previously, Tan Sri Muhyiddin was appointed as the Deputy Prime Minister in 2009 in Barisan National Government. He has also held several portfolios as a minister, including in the education, international trade and industry, agriculture and agro-based industry, youth and sports and home ministry. Tan Sri Muhyiddin was also appointed as the Menteri Besar of Johor from 1986 until 1995. Earlier today, 6 leaders from different parties, including Tan Sri Muhyiddin, were granted an audience with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong at 10:30 a.m. In a statement yesterday, Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia Bersatu Secretary General Dato' Marzuki Yahya said Bersatu MPs and their allies have sufficient majority to propose Tan Sri Muhyiddin, who is Pago MP, as the 8th Premier to the Yang di-Pertuan Agong following a party meeting. The convoy eventually left Istana Negara barely 40 minutes after arriving. A flurry of activities over the possible realignment of the country's political landscape continued early today, with several events taking place. A convoy of vehicles was spotted entering the palace grounds at Istana Negara shortly after 10 this morning, led by Bersatu President Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. The convoy of more than a dozen vehicles was escorted by police into the palace compound. Also spotted in the convoy were Dato' Sri Azmin Ali, past President Dato' Sri Abdul Hadi Awang, and UMNO Secretary General Tan Sri Anwar Musa. They have been granted an audience with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong to propose Tan Sri Muhyiddin, who is Pagoh MP, as the 8th Prime Minister. The police are actively searching for several individuals who allegedly uploaded and shared sensitive posting on social media in connection with the country's current political situation. Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department CID Director Datuk Huzair Mohammed said the Classified Criminal Investigations Department USJT had conducted probes on a Facebook user by the name of Sharifah Sophia Said Rashid III, who allegedly made the posting, which was shared by other Facebook accounts under the name Zali Zakri, Kunak Sabah Balachan and Malik Haji Lahab. Datuk Huzair in a statement said, under Section 505 subsection B of the Penal Code, for causing fear or alarm to the public, and Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998 for the improper use of network facilities. According to Datuk Huzair, further investigations are underway to track down the suspects. He stressed that the police would not compromise and would take strict action and bring violators to justice. Yesterday, Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Abdul Hamid Bador said that police had opened an investigation paper in connection with the spread of a piece of fake news over what had transpired at Istana Negara yesterday. All 66 Malaysians and their non-citizen family members who were flown home from Wuhan, China on the 25th of February have tested negative for COVID-19. Health Director General Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah said the 66, comprising of 46 Malaysian citizens and 20 of their non-citizen family members, are in good health. Speaking at the COVID-19 press briefing at Health Ministry in Putrajaya today, Dr. Noor Hisham said the 66 Malaysians are at the monitoring centre at the Higher Education Leadership Academy, AKEPT, and they will remain there for health monitoring purposes for 14 days until the 11th of March.
Kesihatan sekali lagi ingin mengingatkan orang awam agar menangguhkan perjalanan ke Republik Rakyat China, Republik Korea, Jepun, Itali dan Iran sekiranya perjalanan tersebut tidak mendesak. Sekiranya tidak dapat menangguhkan perjalanan tersebut, langkah-langkah pencegahan perlulah dilaksanakan, termasuklah mengamalkan tahap kebersihan yang optimum pada setiap masa.
The 66 Malaysians were part of the second humanitarian aid mission carried out by the Malaysian government to bring home Malaysians and their families stranded in the COVID-19 stricken area. In the first humanitarian aid mission carried out on the 4th of February, 107 stranded in Hubei province were flown home. They comprised 88 Malaysians and 19 non-citizens who were their spouses and children. Meanwhile, Dr. Noor Hisham explains that the temporary entry ban for South Korean nationals will be imposed only on individuals from Daegu City and Cheongdo County. He also said that entry ban will not be imposed on any travellers who had left the cities for more than 14 days after their arrival.
Bagi semua pelawat asing dari Bandar Daegu dan daerah Cheongdo juga dikenakan sekatan perjalanan sekiranya pernah berada di tempat tersebut dalam tempoh 14 hari dari tarikh ketibaan. Namun begitu, pelawat asing yang telah meninggalkan Bandar Daegu dan daerah Cheongdo melebihi 14 hari dari tarikh ketibaan ke Malaysia tiada sekatan perjalanan. Bagi warga negara Malaysia iaitu pelawat, pemegang pas jangka panjang, penduduk tetap dan pelajar asing yang pernah berada di Bandar Daegu dan daerah Cheongdo tersebut dalam tempoh 14 hari tiada sekatan perjalanan, walau bagaimanapun mereka dikehendaki menjalani saringan kesihatan seperti yang ditetapkan oleh Kementerian Kesihatan.
According to Dr. Noor Hisham, no new cases of COVID-19 was reported as of today. The 23rd, 24th and 25th patients are currently being treated. The 23rd patient, a local woman, is being treated at University Malaya Medical Center. The 24th patient, a Japanese national, is being treated at the Kuala Lumpur Hospital, while the 25th patient, an Italian national, is receiving treatment at the Sungai Buloh Hospital. Previously, 22 individuals who were tested positive for COVID-19 have been discharged. To date, a total of 1,619 individuals have been tested, including patients under investigation, close contact cases and individuals who arrived via humanitarian missions and cruise ships. The bodies of two sisters who were reported missing after being swept away by strong currents in Sungai Jelai in Kampung Tanjung Gahai, Lipis on Thursday were found this morning. Lipis District Police Chief Superintendent Azli Muhammad Noor said the body of Siti Shuhaida Muhammad Rosli, 15, was found by police at 8:40 a.m., about 1.5 kilometers from where she was last seen. Meanwhile, the body of her sister, Siti Nur Hidayah, 19, was found by firefighters at 9:20 a.m. at about 3 kilometers from the scene. Superintendent Azli said their remains were sent to the Lipis Hospital for post-mortem and the search and rescue SAR operation was also terminated. Siti Shuhaida and Siti Nur Hidayah, along with their siblings, were playing at the shallow section of the river before moving towards the middle when they were suddenly swept away by strong currents and disappeared. Two individuals, including a female senior citizen, were killed in a traffic accident at Jalan Kepayan, Kota Kinabalu early this morning. Sabah Fire and Rescue Operations Centre, in a statement, said the victims, Mayara Ulawi, 62, and Shuhaidi Wahid, 35, died at the scene. According to the statement, the accident happened at about 5:28 a.m. when a car skidded off the road and crashed into the roadside, killing the two victims and injuring another. After receiving a distress call, the department immediately dispatched a team of 12 firefighters to the scene. The department said the identity of the injured victim is yet to be ascertained and he is sent to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Kota Kinabalu for further treatment. The Royal Malaysian Air Force RMAF carried out a mercy flight to transfer a 2-year-old boy suffering from heart problems from Kota Kinabalu, Sabah to seek urgent treatment at Serdang Hospital yesterday. The 2-year-old Nuriel Ashifa Calvin L. Carl was flown from Kota Kinabalu Airport using RMAF C-130H type aircraft at 2:35 p.m. and arrived at Subang Air Force Base at 5:53 p.m. The patient, who was previously being treated at Sabah Women and Children Hospital, was immediately brought by an ambulance to Serdang Hospital for further treatment. He was accompanied by his father, Calvin Khalil L. Carl, and the RMAF flight crew comprising of the pilot Major Rosnalisa Fitri Muhammad and Captain Muhammad Sujangi, who served as co-pilot, and 5 crew members. Pandalela Rinong and Leong Wen-yi prove they will be among the medal contenders at the Tokyo Olympics following a fine performance in the World Series in Montreal, Canada early this morning. The Malaysian duo, who won silver at the World Championships in Gwangju, South Korea last July, finished second in the World Series with a superb score of 297.66 in the women's 10-meter platform synchro at the Olympic Park Sports Centre. Home favourites Megan Benfito and Kaylee McKay grabbed the goal for Canada after big scores in the fourth and fifth dives for a total of 313.02, while Russian pair Yulia Timoshinina and Ekaterina Balieva finished third with 288.30. Pandalela Munyi led the field after 3 dives. Benfito McKay, however, rose to the occasion as they scored 73.26 and 76.8 in the fourth and fifth dives to eventually grab the lead and finish with the gold. For Munyi, it was her first silver medal at the World Series in 5 years since combining with Cheong Chun Hong to finish second at the Beijing and London legs in 2015. Pandalela, meanwhile, will shift her focus to the individual 10-meter platform event, which starts today. Reigning Super League champions Johor Darul Tazim JDT defeated 2019 FA Cup champions Kedah 1-0 in the Charity Cup football match at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium, Iskandar Putri, last night. Brazilian defender Mauricio dos Santos scored the only goal in the dying minute of the first half in the match to help JDT retain the cup they won since 2018. Playing in front of 34,000 supporters spurred the Southern Tigers squad to hunt for a win, but several attempts to breach the defense of the Red Eagle squad failed. The Red Eagle squad shield was ably led by Singapore international Muhammad Shakir Hamza. Nevertheless, the endless onslaught launched by JDT eventually bore fruit after Mauricio headed in a pass from Gonzalo Cabrera. Subsequently, both teams exchanged attacks after attacks but failed to score until the whistle for the end of the game was blown by referee Razlan Jofri Ali. All the sweeter, Mauricio was crowned as the best player of the match. As champions, JDT took home the cup, which was presented to the winners by Johor Menteri Besar Dato' Hasni Mohamad. JDT has also won the cup in 2015 and 2016.
Sultan Ibrahim Iskandar.
Meanwhile, JDT's head coach Benjamin Mora, in a post-match press conference, admitted that his boys were constantly under pressure from Kedah. However, they managed to saw off the rest of the second period with relative ease to cap a productive opening night of competitive action at the best football stadium in Malaysia.
It was, for me, a very, very difficult game. Kedah has improved a lot since the last game we played against them. They are more composed, they are working better in the lines. These two strikers make a lot of danger in defense. They press a lot and they are dangerous, of course, in the runs and the diagonals they make up front. It's not easy to read what they're going to do.
Commenting on Kedah's performance, head coach Adil Sharin Sahak said he remains steadfast on his boys' commitment and spirit during the match.
Well, Alhamdulillah, I think very proud of the boys, the way their attitude towards the game. I think they give everything and they give 100%. Not easy to come here to play the new stadium, new environment with a huge crowd, good atmosphere, good stadium against a good team.
Dan juga saudara memperhatikan nasi yang cukup.
That concludes this evening's News on 2. In our top story, Agong appoints Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin as 8th Prime Minister. Join us again at 7 tomorrow. I'm Cynthia Arthur. Stay tuned to TV2 and have a pleasant evening.